Hey, what's up guys? This is a quick review of WealthSimple Trade. Now, for those of you who don't know what WealthSimple is, WealthSimple is a platform for people to begin investing, have someone manage your portfolio for you, or you can actually opt in for trading on your own. So I'm just going to get started here and show you a little bit about what the beta version is like. Keep in mind, this is not the final version, so they may make some changes and tweaks here and there. Okay, so as you can see from this basic screen, this is what my account value is right now. I only made one trade. It was worth maybe about 370-ish, and it went down a little bit. So it just shows like you'll see the up and downs. That's the deposits. So let's say I'll go to 1 day, 1 week. So you can kind of see it jumps up as those deposits. This is the overall account view here. Now, I'm just going to go through so everyone can see what it's looking like. So this is basically for your overall account value. Awesome. So if you keep going down, what you'll see is your portfolio of what you're holding. Now, as you can see, what I did was buy. All right, so I had to cut that earlier video off. So as you can see here, I bought Bank of Nova Scotia. This is my portfolio right here. So this is what I'm currently sitting in. Now this is listed on the TSX. You'll see that on the left-hand side. Now, I just want to get this out there. This is one of the things that's immediate to me, is it's great for buying stocks that are on the TSX. When you're buying American stocks listed on something different, then that's when you start coming across fees. But for buying Canadian stocks, this is great, and I'll touch back on that a little bit later as to why I would use another broker for that. But I'll go in here, I'll click BNS. Now you can see its stock price fluctuation over the past couple of days. Actually, this is the last day, so let's go down here. See 5 shares, total value, average price, and percentage of portfolio, 100, because this is the only stock I've bought so far. So it'll talk about today's return and total return. Pretty simple stuff. And down at the bottom, you will see some stats. Now, you're going to see simple stuff like open, high, the volume, the PE ratio, market cap, and the yield over there. This is very basic. But it really does a great job at simplifying everything, similar to something that you'd get off of Yahoo Finance. So, and it says down here, the data is delayed by 15 minutes. Maybe in the future they'll have real-time data, but at the moment it is delayed, which is pretty usual unless you're subscribing to a data package, which we'll talk about later on. Awesome. So activity, let's click this. This is a detail of a trade I made. So as you'll see here, market buy was completed, 5 shares of BNS, Bank of Nova Scotia. I decided to buy this on the market versus a limit order because of the delayed timing. I didn't have my platform open, so I couldn't check real-time data. So I just made a market order to test how it went. And it was pretty good. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I might have had some delays considering that it is free, but no, it worked pretty well. That out because of some sensitive information. At the very bottom, you'll see some company information. Let's see if you just click the company. So Bank of Nova Scotia engages in the provision of financial products and services, etc. So this is basically a brief description of what the company does and what their business is around. So let's go up here to the charts. Weekly, monthly, 3 months, 1 year, and 5 years. So you can see that it's fairly simple. They're trying to bring investing to the average person, which is awesome. So available to trade. This is how much that you currently have in liquid cash to make trades at the moment. I do have one pending deposit coming. So I ended up putting about 6,500 in total. to test this service out and see how it's going. But let's click what's this. This is how much money you have available to buy stocks or ETFs. It includes unused cash from your deposits, plus any proceeds from your stocks or ETFs you sold. So what that means is basically that's your available amount of capital to spend on new stocks, and that also includes a dividend. Now, a key thing to note here is that you're not actually able to use margin. And for those who don't know, margin is where you can essentially leverage your money. So if you put $1 in, you get $3 to spend, but there are also risks associated with that. And since this is more so for the new investor, it was a good call that they did not give anybody margin, but that would have been nice to see. So this here down at the bottom is my watch list. I'll have a couple different things because I mainly trade a lot of dividend stocks like banks and occasionally some US stocks. I just picked an Apple so that everybody can see. So I'll go to Apple here. Again, here's the chart. It's 1 week, past month, past year. Okay. And then you'll see at the top right here, there's a little eye, like the Illuminati. But you click it, and you can basically take it off your watch list, or you can add something to your watch list. Let's go down here. Their yield 1.71. I always look for the yield. My eye just naturally goes there just because of the dividend. I'm a dividend investor. Delayed by 15 minutes. And again, at the bottom, you'll see company info. Now, there's one very important thing when you're buying US stocks. Now, they do charge a fee to convert your currency from Canadian to US dollars. Now, that fee is 1%. So if you spend $100 on stock, $1 is given in fees to convert to USD. So sometimes people might be like, hey, you know what, that's not so bad. My broker currently charges me 2%, and you know what, it's actually not that bad in comparison with other brokers. But you have to keep in mind that this account can only hold Canadian dollars at the moment in the beta state. So every time you're buying a US stock, it converts it to US, you get charged a 1% fee, then you have to convert it back when you're selling, which is another 1%. That's 2%. Let's say you decide to buy another US stock, you pay the 1% fee again, then when you sell it, you pay it again to convert from USD back to CAD. So you can kind of see how fees will start to eat up your account in this way versus another account where if you have US dollars, they'll just essentially stay there and you can trade with it and you can decide to take that fee later after you're done trading with that money, whether or not you decide to take it out at any point in time. So I really hope to see the feature of holding both Canadian and US dollars in the account. That would be really, really interesting. So I'm going to open up the settings over here, top left. Good evening. The market's open in 11 hours and 60 minutes. It's giving you a little timeline when the markets are opening for those that don't know. When you click help, it basically goes to a browser of some WealthSimple questions. I'm going to go to settings here. You can see simple things, passcode, deposit. So passcode, I leave it disabled because I don't personally like to enter my passcode every time I want to click the app, because I do a bit of day trading and I like to check my portfolio quite often. So I leave that off. I recommend keeping it on. Deposits enabled. So I just wanted these, you'll see here email notifications. I want to see every time these things are going through, such as deposits, withdrawals, orders, and dividends. The reason why is because this app is in beta version, so I want a confirmation of everything I do, just for liability reasons and just to make sure everything's properly functioning. At the bottom, you'll see privacy policy, terms of use, standard stuff. I highly recommend to go through the privacy policy and terms of use. You'll find some pretty interesting things in there, but I won't spoil it. No, I'm just kidding. So history, you'll see what I have done. So deposits, my trades, deposit again, deposit again. You could filter it between buys, sells, withdrawals, dividends. As you can see, dividends, I have no dividends. Sad. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm going to do another video of actually going through a trading day to show you what it's like to buy and sell in real time. But until then, yeah, just use this, and good luck on your trading, guys. Till next time, talk soon.